Yes, we sadly know that because our Mercury retrograde crap is still going on.
Mr. O likes to do fancy different things and doesn't think of the repercussions. Like maybe the microphone being off is attached to certain screens that we start with.
I wanted to start with the happy hour because we're really excited about
We are
this
very excited about
new
it. Put it
pop-up.
back up again, Mr.
Okay,
O.
and you will talk through it then?
I will talk about it. So that's our latest live stream that will be coming soon. It's not today, but we will be popping it up for a while in the month of July to kind of find a good time spot for it. And basically, it's going to be a message from Spirit that is positive, affirmative, might give you some ideas of where to go from here. Just a single card draw because it's only an hour show.
Exactly.
So hopefully you'll join us for that. We hope it'll be uplifting, and you know what? Everybody needs a good word now and then. This is just not all love and light because hey, our readings today are not all love and light necessarily. We tell it like we see it, but sometimes we all need a little boost. Like with Goth Tarot, where you need to sometimes examine the shadow, sometimes we need that boost from Spirit.
Yes.
So, consider it kind of the balance between Goth Tarot and Happy Hour. Or our live streams, I guess. I don't know.
But Goth Tarot's only on for 10 or 15 minutes.
Oh, dear, that's right. True. Do you want to do an hour-long Goth Tarot?
I'm not sure I could.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
And me, Banshee. Good to see everybody. Oh,
so
look
that's
at all
where
the
you've been. You've
people.
been camping.
Hey, Hey, good for you, Gina. I figured that. I noticed you hadn't been tweeting for a while, so I figured you were off in the wilderness somewhere, which is a great place to be.
Absolutely.
So today, for the collective, everybody, I am doing something from my Danielle Dulski Sacred Hags Oracle. And she is quite the amazing feminine witch. She's very much into women's magic. But she is so awesome.
Talk about goth.
Well, maybe, I don't know, is that really goth? I think that's more tribal to me. I would just say, Mr. O.
Sure, why not?
Why not? So anyway, but this beautiful deck that she's come up with, she has a couple of really, actually maybe 3 now, beautiful books out there. I'd just say look her up, Danielle Dulski, Dulsky.
You had that other book by her, right?
Yes, and I can't think of the
Women
name.
Most Wild?
Women Most Wild. Thank you, Mr. O Memory Boy. I keep telling you to read the darn book. It might be a little bit too women's magic for you, but it is so beautiful. Oh. Well, I'm going to look at that card. Maybe I need to pick this one, but let's see. Go ahead, Mr. O. I really wanted you to pick one, although we have a flame here in front of me.
Don't burn.
Did you pick one?
No, I didn't.
I knew it. Now he picked 2.
That's the one I looked at.
All right. Ooh. Looks like Gilda Radner to me. Just a little.
Maybe.
Okay, so the card that I picked is the season of the 13th moon, which sounds very interesting to me. What number's on that card?
27.
Okay, and this
9.
is 53, the Fern Forest. So let's see what the Sacred Hag has to say.
Hi, Lena. Hi, Angel.
Hey, everybody. We picked 2 cards by mistake here, but we're going to make the most of it. So, Grandmother speaks for number 27, season of the 13th moon. Oh, my child, trust in the magic of the twixt and tween. In those times when some great thing has come to an end without any new birth in sight, look to the voids in your life. These are the primordial wombs from which your greatest art, your most joyful loves, and the most striking and extraordinary beauty will be born. We cannot solve our mysteries too soon, We cannot rush to fill the spaces and make whole our many puzzles before it is time. Such skill is there in sitting in the tension. 'Tis the hallmark of an experienced witch. Not all warrants a spell after all. Whatever in your life has left you without something new to take its place, leave this particular void be for but a little while longer. Trust in the magic of the unknown, just for today. And you said the other one was 53?
You said it.
I did?
53, the Fern Forest.
Ah. Trying to find it. 53. Fractal. Grandmother speaks. Sometimes, beloved, we humans have no choice but to sit back and marvel at the magic in this world. Just sit still within a forest of ferns for a few potent moments and you'll see. It's a wonder we resist acknowledging nature's sanctity, is it not? A single fern holds so many lessons for us. Each leaf is a fractal, its leaflets mirroring the larger whole. And so too are we single breathing bodies within a much larger collective. We are pulsing cells within the one global heart. What can you do today to witch your world from the inside out? If you could spend just an hour in sacred solitude, living as you would hope this is kind of a hard sentence. If you could spend just an hour in sacred solitude, living as you would hope the whole world more than human would might live, what would you do? That was a mouthful.
That was.
But beautiful. And that's Danielle Dulski. I mean, her prose is so poetic. I mean, her regular script is just like writing in poetry. It's beautiful. So, at any rate, I highly recommend her books.
And I see Divine Universe has joined us.
I see. We're
Hello,
gonna have
good
a
morning.
full house today, everybody. So I hope everybody's been doing well. We've been doing fine. We survived Floodamageddon here. Amazingly, Mr. O might have shielded our house from all harm. Apparently, we only got a trickle of water in our basement, and enough water to really water the lawns.
Parts of our state, in fact, our county is under an emergency state procedure of some sort. There was rain nearby us, maybe within 20 miles, of up to 6 inches.
And some places got up to almost 8.
So it was quite tragic. I do some energy work where I just try to visualize shields around my home. And I started doing that on Friday night or whenever it was that the rain was going to start. So did it help? I don't know.
So what cards do you have for us today?
Oh, I have the Tarot of the Northern Shadows. Whoops. There we go. And that's the 7 of Discs. And then I have the Ancestral Path Tarot. And that's the 5 of Cups. And then I have the English Magic Tarot. And that's the High Priestess.
All right, everyone. So we've got. Let's see.
I think I almost want more coffee, Mama T.
Well, you know what? I have a nice
I am dragging a little bit.
Well, it's not really full body. It's more lighter, but it's a lemongrass green tea. It's a huge glass or cup. You will notice. So I think that'll keep me going, Mr. O, as well as my water.
This was an unusual amount of rain for us. They are saying, of course, it's the
historic. But of course, it was what? Only 5 years ago we had a previous historic.
Actually, it was 7
rain?
years ago, 2014.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That was pretty bad.
Because we talked about this morning. Because I was caught in that one too. That was on my first interfaith meeting that I went to.
A fateful meeting at that. So we're using these room tiles one more time by Jamie Sawyer. Lenormand tiles, I am sorry. And then let's see what I pulled today from here. We've got the Mermaid's deck. This is the 9 of Swords. Very powerful card there. looking like facing some fears or worries, stress, come to life. And then we have the Mystic Fae Tarot by Barbara Moore, the Chariot card in that one. That's kind of nice. Lisa Hunt's Animals Divine Tarot, and that is the Moon in that one. And I'll shake up some decks come July. I was expecting something from Llewellyn that has not come. But actually, there's a deck in there for Mr. O and a backorder deck for me. That's still yet to come. And finally, did I say the mermaids already?
I don't remember.
I guess I did. I went through them all.
Yeah, you did. You went through them all.
So we're ready to go.
So My Sweet wants to have a Mercury retrograde reading?
Really? Mercury retrograde is over, though.
Well, we're not quite out of
We're
it.
in the shadow right now. I could maybe do it, but we are in the shadow. Maybe you want to do a different one. Or just a general. You know what? We could still probably do, although do I have that handy? Probably not. I was going to think we could do the summer solstice one, but I can't remember it. There it is. I know. Well, when you know.
Sure.
So I would say to do a different one just because the retrograde is fini. We could look at a general reading for you as to where things are headed now that the retrograde's over for you.
Sure, yeah.
Does that sound okay? Yeah,
General
let's do that.
is okay.
Let's do that. Let's see where things are headed. What am I?
Sure.
Oops. My shuffling skills are not good. There's no good reason for it either. All right. That's good. Let's see where things are headed for you. Oh, thanks for I'm just catching up with some of the chat. Thanks for liking the new idea, Gina. We're excited about it. No electronic devices allowed. Good deal, really, you know. I've been doing some meditation lately and trying to really tune things out more, and even wearing a mask to make sure I'm not getting any light, which is helpful. Okay, so we got the Knight of Pentacles reversed. And then we got the Two of Pentacles upright. And then we got the World reversed. So, my sweet Christina, I don't know how things have been going for you materially lately. You've got two Pentacle cards here, and it's interesting because the Knight of Pentacles are showing a little bit of imbalance, you know, with finances or money or maybe your job or career right now. And the Two of Pentacles is about balance. And so I feel like maybe you're trying very, very hard here to maintain a balance during times that aren't so great financially for you, and times where you feel like maybe, you know, with the World reversed there, that you might have had to put some dreams on hold, or you realize there's going to be some delays in achieving some of the things that you've wanted to do.
Okay, I was trying to keep Mercury retrograde even though it's releasing in mind, and so with the Knight of Pentacles reversed, I see this sort of as a sluggish return to normal things, and maybe this is about maybe particular issues of banking or finance that might pertain, to some of your dealings, like maybe you're waiting on property being sold or certain properties or paperwork being finished. And so some of that maybe is slowly resolving now. With the Two of Pentacles, though, it still is about the balance. And so that maybe there is an overall objective related to this that is not going to be fully balanced just yet. It looks like the delays could just continue towards the idea that you're still playing a waiting game, like it's almost there, but it's just not quite there. And that is really talking about maybe, since it's the world, so it's, to me, talking more about material matters too, so it's talking about all those material matters kind of being slow or in delay right now.
So I'm going to stick with what I said there, because I feel like that could be because, all of this could be something that has been affecting you since the Mercury retrograde and where it's left things right now. So a little bit of, struggling, but you know what? There's nothing here that says you can't move forward from here.
That's true.
Just that, things are a little dicey right now. So let's see what the Lenormand can add to that. Something good to mitigate this.
Oh.
Well,
Okay, so the Cross and the Lily.
Well, I'm not sure I'm liking this pairing, because it feels to me like, my sweet Christina, you've either been going through or you might be enduring some long-term anxieties and grief, and I don't know where this is coming from, whether it's from externals that are affecting you or the fact that that's how you're approaching things right now, with kind of a feeling of stress and anxiety. And the only advice I can give you is, it's on you to kind of try to find a healthy way to change that. Because to move forward, you're going to have to get out of this feeling of it's never going to work out or feeling depressed about it, and moving into a period of, I can do this, I can get this done. So, it might take just some de-stressing kind of things that you need to do, whether it's walks out in nature, whatever the case may be, things to kind of rebalance yourself.
Well, when I see the Lily, a lot of times I think about things that involve a passage of time, waiting for something to ripen, to mature, that kind of thing. So if I'm thinking of the Cross and then the Lily, I'm thinking it's just saying that for you, some of the stressful issues here about the material factors, and you've also talked about some of that too, that it's still just going to be a while for some of this to resolve, or for you to totally put yourself at ease there. You need to see or feel or know certain things have happened, have sort of moved on their path. And so that kind of likens it in a way to the world, because the world is really about moving your world, moving it towards your perfection. And of course we saw that, of course, you're not quite there yet still, although you have more than you don't have, I guess is a good way to end that.
Well, and hey, my pain or anybody else's pain is not your pain. But I understand this idea of how you can fall into this kind of long-term, depression kind of feelings about yourself. I've certainly been going through that myself, with my health condition and stuff. But it's like, the only way I can move forward, and the only way you can really kind of move forward, is by finding ways to rebalance yourself and to realize the good things that life still has to offer you. So that's the way I look at it, is like, I want to live out every moment, as happy as I can be. So my advice to you is to just find those things, like I'm looking at meditation and other approaches. Find those things that can help you find that center and rebalance and strengthen yourself again.
There's nothing here that says
Nope.
anything is seriously going to change for the worse
No, right.
in your general reading. So,
So I think this is just attitudinal. So you need to just kind of shake it. That's what I have. That's what you have?
I mean, more or less, I understand what you're saying there. So it still is, going on.
Yeah, it may go a little longer, but you know what? These were not very bad cards. So they
It's
were
true.
just saying the environment right now is still a little bit unstable, and maybe don't get too hung up on it. Is the gist of it with these rune tiles. Don't let it bring you down. And that's what we have for you. Angel Mary, you are up. And then Mama T, Josephine, Gina, Angel Rivera,
And you're
Lena,
welcome.
Divine You, and Libra Cusp. Hey Libra, did you catch that reading about the fox we did for you? I hope you did. In the last show.
Yeah, we kind of liked that one, didn't we? Yeah.
Well, we did it for you. I don't know what you made of it, but that's what we had for you. We did something a little extra with the Lenormand there, so that's why I want to make sure you caught that. I think it was in the last hour. I don't know if it was the last thing we did, but I can't remember.
I can't remember. We might have
Yeah.
made an announcement about when it was, but I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Thursday's a blur.
Okay. I am suddenly feeling a little tired.
Wow.
I wonder why.
I thought we had tons of coffee this morning, though. This is just really, my healthy green tea for my health, more than the wake up. But notice I did take a big cup.
Green tea, too pure.
Green tea has antioxidants, very important. Cancer-fighting agents, which is very important. It actually has shown to reverse some cancer damage, some at the cellular level. So, the bigger the better. What? Oh, okay.
I thought we were waiting for somebody else.
We are waiting for someone else. Lena, you are not up yet. We are waiting for Angel Mary, and then Mama T, Josephine, Gina, Angel Rivera, then you, Lena, and Divine You, and Libra Cusp.
We can do the general reading when we do get to you, though.
Absolutely. And I'll write that down by your name so we will remember. All right.
So I'm not sure if Angel Mary has heard us, but we are looking for Angel Mary.
Last call for Angel Mary.
Otherwise,
and we will move on.
We'll move on.
Give it one more minute. So our show will appear sometime soon in July, the new show.
We're probably going to try to do the first one on a Saturday.
Might be July, is that July 3rd? That's July 3rd.
Yeah, is it going to be that early?
Maybe.
Maybe.
We said starting in July, so, and it was going to be weekly pop-ups, so,
It's a long weekend, too.
Oh, you have time off, so see, even better.
Not on Saturday.
Oh, you working Saturday. Well, maybe we have to do it Friday, the first one.
Maybe we have to do it early Saturday. We had talked about doing
That's
it as
true.
early as 9, didn't we?
We did.
Yeah, so.
Like a breakfast show.
Yeah. So if we do it, it's going to be, the first one will be Saturday, maybe July 3rd.
All right, I think we gave
At
Angel
9
Mary
a.m.
enough time. We have to move on. Hey, Mama T, you are up. And we'll get back to Angel Mary if they come back. And then Josephine, Gina, Angel Rivera, Lena, Divine You, and Libra Cusp.
All right.
You never know what other tricks we have up our sleeve, up and coming. Also, these are the last days for our 2-for-1 sale on our website, 2 readings for the price of 1. The one group of readings I'm offered is like a 3-month overview, different aspects of your life, depending on which one you pick. And we'll read either the wand cards for you if you want a reading on business and enterprise, the swords cards for you if you're interested in some life challenges you've been going through, the cup cards if you're looking for emotional, and what did I miss? The pentacles for money, and finance. And also the major arcana is for big picture issues in your life, major themes on your spiritual journey. So those, along with 1 general Lenormand 5-card reading that may tie into. We found when we did this a couple of times for people already that oftentimes that general reading will tie into the message that comes from the other reading, which is really interesting. So sometimes I don't expect it will.
So Mama T wants a general reading.
You've got it, Mama T. So we don't know if any storms are going to fire up here today. There's like a 60% chance. And we've got sun out, so heating up the atmosphere. It's very muggy. Very muggy.
Yeah, maybe that's why I got the tired feeling, because I think there's a mugginess in the environment. I mean, our air's on, but I just sort of feel a little bit... Or else it is more coffee.
Well, with you, it could be.
Though right now, even a nice icy cold Coca-Cola, especially a fountain soda. Okay, general reading for Mama Teresa.
All right, what you got?
So we have the 9 of coins, and that one's reversed.
Well, I think I know what that's about.
We have the 2 of cups, which is also reversed.
Yikes, Mama T.
Yeah, this is a yikes reading for you. And then we have the Tower.
The Tower's
Upright.
better because it's upright, believe it or not. Like I always say, I like to see the Tower upright when it comes up in a reading. But like, this is going to fit what's going on. And I mean, you know, I have a little insider scoop because of questions you've asked and things we've talked about. And this just plays right into it, Mama T. Just look at what this is. The 9 of Pentacles here indicates that you're not happy with living conditions right now. Things are just not right, you know, and you wish that, you know, you want to figure out how to change it. And also, looking at that 2 of Cups reversed, I can look at this a couple different ways. Mind if I go through the whole thing and then you can go?
Mm-hmm.
I can look at this a couple different ways, Mama T, because the 2 of Cups reversed indicates to me that either there's a break, you know, like a break with a contract or a partnership or an agreement, or, you know, there might be a little squabbling between you and your husband, a little bit of arguments, you know, might be a lot of stress going on because of the issues surrounding, you know, your home environment right now. And the Tower basically says, you know, the Tower basically says this is your Tower moment, you know, what's happening to you right now. And you need to use this experience to learn the lessons, digest them, and make sure you never go through this again. Because it looks as though the worst is over.
I can't really add much more because my feelings are nearly the same here. That 9 of coins reversed extremely says there's unhappiness there, or that there's a feeling that just you can't really abide, you know, things about your living arrangements or things that are going on. And of course, I know something about that because you have mentioned that. And to me, I sort of feel like maybe it's possible that because of all of that extreme stress and or hardship, that has more of the major effect on the relationship. And so it could be that this is really saying, you know, really try to give it, you know, more time to understand each other as it's affecting the relationship, because it seems to me like this is a big test for you on not only, you know, a very long-standing relationship, but about how you can really rebuild that tower, rebuild the sense of your home for you,
your fortress,
moving beyond this situation.
Interesting read. Let's see what the Lenormand can add before I decide to say anything else about this.
Yeah, look at those lightning bolts hitting the tower. That's such a stressful...
I should have let you go first.
Yeah, you should have. But you didn't. And that's why I got the garden.
And I got the stars. You know what? I think there's going to be reason to celebrate soon. The garden is about a party. The garden is about socializing, social networking even. You know, there is hope and there is like a light returning and levity. You know, I think the stars here is just showing that things are going to brighten and things are going to look a whole lot better.
The tarot is talking more to the background and or how you think of it in thought. These are talking more about particulars that are coming to you. And I'm thinking the star and the garden sort of combine to say that there's a breakthrough coming. Maybe something that will really change your living conditions for the better. I can't say for sure it means you're moving, but it probably has something to do with friends or with people that are acquainted with you or are able to offer some resources. That it may be family, it may be other people, but I feel like some break is coming that really will help make a difference.
Right, and I do agree with him on that, except that I would say I feel that the tarot is talking about, you know, where present situations are leading. You know, that last card is not necessarily an outcome card to me so much as it's kind of summing this whole time period up for you, that this has been kind of a wake-up call, you know, and like a breakthrough moment where things possibly now are going to change for the better. That's really the way, although like I said, it's a little tense and stressful getting there, and just be careful that it doesn't strain your relationships too much, that you work together. The other thing about that Two of Cups, I sense this could also be talking about, you know, your landlord and breaking an agreement or contract or just saying good riddance, you know. So I think that might be why it's in the center there. But I don't know. This could also, like I said, it oftentimes is about a personal relationship as well.
You're welcome.
So we're going to leave you with that. You are welcome.
Angel's back. What do you want to do?
Let's throw Angel Mary in. Okay, Angel Mary, we'll take you right now. You did miss your turn, but you're just the one after. We'll take you right now.
So, Angel Mary, what are you looking for? A general reading, or do you have a question?
So after Angel Mary will be Josephine, Gina, Angel Rivera, Lena, Divine You, and Libra Cusp.
All right. And you know what? I'm really needing to get some water.
Oh, I can talk though.
Yeah, but I'm going to take the camera off of me.
Okay. Well, if you had put the angel hour on, I would have talked about it again. But I'll talk about it anyway. So we're doing the angel hour. And, you know, it's really fun. I'm calling it the angel hour because that was the first initial name we had for it. But for some reason, we just glommed onto the happy hour. And why? Because that's what it's about. It's about, you know, filling people's cup up with a little bit of happiness, a little bit of joy, some messages from spirit that can, you know, that can encourage us to move on. So, you know, these are the readings here in our 2-hour live streams where we tell you the nitty-gritty about what's going on in your life and what to expect. But if you're feeling down, you need a boost, you need some support, you know, come to the angel hour and get a 1-card reading that will enlighten you and also make you feel better about things.
Don't be devil, be angel.
Don't be devil, be angel, he says. Well, you know, the devil inside, we all have a little bit of that. And that's not to say that you should avoid Mr. O's Goth Tarot. You know, that's like the shadow side of this in a way, dealing with the shadow issues in our life. So consider this like an opposite show, and it's live. We'll be there and giving out the messages. We'll be using a variety of tools too, such as oracles or tarot. Maybe I'll have one of each at the show. I think we're going to start with the Good Tarot, though, by Colette Baron Reed, because I think it's a real good choice for this kind of show.
All right. Thanks for giving me shade.
Anytime, Mr. O. Okay, so what's coming to Angel Mary in July?
It's going to be your deck again.
Yep.
think I need some fluid. I might have been a little dehydrated.
Oh, I'm no surprise there, because mostly coffee you drink at this time of day.
No, I'm usually done by now. You know that.
Okay. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
But when did you finish your last cup? Because usually you have some at lunch on Sundays.
You're nitpicking.
Don't make me spew my water, Mr. O. Well, angel sounds good too. It's true. And notice I did put some angels on the graphic for that. So there is that. We're doing a general, right?
Mm-hmm.
We have the King of Cups upright. We have the Moon reversed. We have the Ten of Swords reversed. Now, are we going to, I'm going to let you go first, because I think we decidedly have different opinions on the Ten of Swords reversed.
Sometimes. Maybe this time I'll surprise you.
Okay, well, I'll let you go first this time. I've been blah-blahing.
Have you?
Yeah.
Why, I never would have noticed. So what's coming to you? It could be, this has sort of the feel of maybe something high emotional. It may be possibly related to romantic things. It could just be somebody who sort of steps up or steps into your life that has very compassionate sense about them. It may be that they're mysterious, or that maybe they're not clear for you to understand if they are possibly somebody who's interested in you romantically or just as a friend. You may just have a hard time understanding some of that. And with the Ten of Swords there, I think for me this time I do feel that this talks about passing over some conditions of considerable strife or adversity against you. So I don't know exactly how it's related to that. I sort of feel it feels like it's a separate issue. So if I wanted to draw them together, it could be that an emotional or possibly deceptive or secretive kind of affair or thing going on may have these aspects that will need to be overturned or will be overturned. So it may just be about somebody you thought had better feelings for you, or you felt you were more in some sort of relationship with them. Well, you said I could go first.
I did. I am like seeing something a bit different here, Angel Mary. You know, it's ironic to me though that you just asked a general reading. I know we've asked relationship readings before, and it's kind of like now you're asking a general reading, and here comes the romance. But I'm not sure. I'm going to read this both ways. I feel like on one hand that, you know, somebody might be coming into your life, or somebody that you are involved with, whatever the case may be, but I think you're not yet, right? So somebody might be coming into your life that you're going to find out something about them that, you know, is going to reestablish trust in some way. So I don't know if this is somebody from your past that you've known, and you suddenly are now beginning to feel you can trust them again, or if this is somebody new who is just making you feel like you can trust your feelings again, and you can trust, yourself again with this person. If there's been, any difficulties or any hesitations regarding romance because of some past experiences, this person is here to rebuild that trust, I think. And the moon is just saying something's going to be revealed to you. It's reversed. And if it's more of a general reading, I would say right now, is finding you in a really emotionally stable and secure place, a place where you feel like, you're feeling so good. How can you share this with others? How can you make others feel good, And I think you're going to be, revealing how that's done, to be able to make them, maybe help some people out who are going through some difficulties themselves right now. That's all. What? Oh, I was going to let you go first. You don't have to act like I didn't know. That look on his face. Oh, my goodness. Well, see, we did talk about the romance.
Yeah, so the ring pops up in the Lenormand.
Oh, my gosh. And it's, this is how I pulled it, which is ironic. I pulled it upside down like the card. The moon.
But it's not red upside down.
No, there's no reversals in the Lenormand. I just thought that was ironic, Angel Mary. Little bit of synchronicity there. So I would have to say that it looks as though a romance is coming. Now, I don't know the time frame here for this. Didn't we do a reading for you recently on this? Why does this ring a bell that something was coming?
Well, we thought it was maybe towards the end of the year.
Yeah, we
possibly.
did. But I mean, this might be reinforcing that.
It could be.
In a big way.
I'm just wondering if I was thrown off a little bit with some of my cards, but that it is really about something like that. And that maybe the interplay between one moon reverse, one moon upright just indicates that there are cycles going on here before it really does come to some sort of fruition, that maybe it is going to take a while for all of these feelings to sort out, and or being able to be honest with each other. Maybe each person doesn't really want to feel totally honest or upfront until they feel more comfortable, and that could be represented by that too, because maybe the idea that the Ten of Swords is also talking about not wanting to be in a situation where they feel vulnerable.
Hi, Zainab. We're working our way through a list, so we'll get to your question. I've added you to the list. What's interesting is that Ten of Swords might be... The thing is that this is in process. This is where things are heading. Things are coming to this point, but maybe that's what the Ten of Swords reversed is. It's not here yet.
Well, and now I'm feeling like the Ten of Swords reversed is talking about maybe if this is a relationship, what I just said a moment ago about either of you not wanting to be too vulnerable, at least in the beginning, that there's amount of shielding, and that's why the moons are there too, I guess, because it really is maybe feeling comfortable before you can feel less vulnerable, and that's because maybe, either or both of you have had, some, situations where you felt betrayed or you felt like you weren't really being served well in a relationship.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was leaning romantic or not, Angel Mary, until we pulled for the Lenormand, and it seems like this is heading towards some sort of a committed relationship. So that's what we have for you. Good luck with that. I don't know that it's how soon this is going to occur, but it seems like it's it's coming up in your cards lately.
Yeah, and it's still several months away, but probably before the end of the year, maybe in the fall, or the fall moving towards the end of the year.
All right, that's all we have for Angel Mary. Hey, Josephine, you are up. After Josephine is Gina, Angel Rivera, Alina, Divine You, Libra Cuspin, Zenith.
It was kind of cool, and yeah, it took me a while to kind of formulate where I was going with that. I think I actually needed what she said and those Lenormand tiles to kind of pull me to my final conclusion there. So yeah, good luck with that. So this will be my deck this time.
Oftentimes there's a little bit of both that goes on here. Sometimes I'm not sure why I say what I'm saying about certain cards that are out there, but it just clicks to me that that's the way that I have to go with it. And
in all the years that we've known each other and did readings for groups or people, we never read like this in tandem.
I know.
And even after nearly 2 years, there still is a little bit of, occasional frictions
Headbutting?
between our styles or about how we interpret a particular card. So we still feel that that's what's entertaining about us.
Well, it's not just that. That's also what's enlightening. There are many ways to look at the cards. And one person with the ability to read and interpret and have some psychic intuition behind it may see the cards one way, and the other person with the same skills another way.
So we are calling again for Josephine.
Josephine, I hope you're here.
So I will briefly mention that Banshee's show is on this morning, so get that information while it's fresh. That's your
A heady week for many of us.
weekly tarot keys to success in business, education, and finance. And also on Wednesdays, Goth Tarot, which is my short, lighthearted look into the shadowy nature of our issues and our feelings and what may be going on.
All right, Josephine, last call for Josephine. We might have to throw you at the bottom.
So
Or
that
further
means
I'm just waiting a moment because sometimes the delay. But nothing?
I'm not seeing it.
Okay, well, we're going to move on to Gina. General reading for the coming week.
Okay, and I'm going to use the Ancestral Path Tarot. Whoops, I don't have the picture. Find it. And this is one of my favorite decks. I don't use it a whole lot.
I'm sure I have that deck too. And where is mine?
Yeah, you do have this deck.
Yeah.
You bought it
should bring
after
that
I
out
got
once
it.
in a while. Why have I not? You know what? I'll bring that out in the fall. I'll use mine in the fall.
So hope you had a nice time camping if that's where you went.
Oh, yeah.
I am long beyond my camping years, unless
Cabin, hotel, just
real
go
beds,
hiking.
not blow up beds or cot beds.
So when was our trip with our granddaughter to the UP?
2 to 3 summers ago.
Not UP.
My mom's
To
area.
Ludington.
2 to 3 summers ago.
Well, I will say that was challenging for me. I couldn't handle the dunes as well as I thought I could. The dunes of Ludington. I thought I was going to die. It was before
Yes.
I knew I had this disease. I may have actually had some of it back then.
Talk about a workout.
But I survived, and it was invigorating, and it was beautiful. So happy I was able to take Mary there. Whoops. Because it was just breathtaking. And Lake Michigan is so beautiful there, and there's 2 other lakes, and then you have the sand dunes and a river besides. Just gorgeous.
Okay, general
Ludington
reading.
State Park.
General reading. And we have the Ace of Sacred Circles, otherwise known as Ace of Coins, Ace of Pentacles. And then we have the Chariot reversed. And then we have the Six of Swords reversed. This is one of those tarots where they take each of the 4 suits and they sort of assign a cultural era from the past. So like with the Sacred Circles, it's more about Native Americans. And with the swords, it's more about maybe about 500, 600 years ago, Japan, sort of a feudal area of Japan. The major arcana are Egyptian mostly. And then I think you have more Celtic British with the cups. And then finally with the wands, I think it's more Egyptian African. Anyway.
He might be stalling, Gina, because basically what we have to tell you about this week is not much is happening. It looks as though it's like not much happening this week. You have the Six of Swords reversed, and you have the Chariot reversed. So I don't know if it's just a lack of motivation on your part, or whether the fact you just want to take it easy. There's just not a lot going on.
Well, you want to start something maybe,
Yeah.
or there's this energy
There's that.
saying that something should be started, and it's, prosperity related, material related, but the combination of the Chariot and the Six of Swords reverse indicates either a sluggishness or maybe a cautiousness about, reinvestigating. Like maybe you're still thinking like you just didn't quite understand something in the past about the situation. Like you want to go back and review histories of this project or something of that sort. Perhaps you're just sort of trying to find reasons to delay.
Yeah, there's delay here, and with the Ace of Pentacles even, there's a sense of things not quite ready to burst forth. And so...
She told the truth.
Oh, what was that? And it's come... Well, thanks for sharing that, because seriously, that's what I say is just kick back. Sometimes when the energies are stagnant like that, that's because it's meant to be. We don't have to be doing things all the time. We don't have to be, dare I say, we don't have to be growing every minute. We can just kind of stay, and be. And isn't that a nice feeling?
I am wondering if maybe you are thinking or wondering if you might be visiting either a relative of some sort of cousin or somebody, maybe just sort of on the spur of the moment, like it's not really, like it just might come up all of a sudden, and you might say, oh, maybe I should go visit this uncle or somebody like that. But other than that, I don't see...
I don't know. I don't see that, but that's all right.
I see that with the Six of Swords
Okay.
reversed. maybe.
Okay. Well, it is. Yeah, I could see staying where you are and being around the people familiar to you. I get that. Okay.
I'm intuiting, my dear.
I know. It's what you see. No, I'm just trying to figure out where
That's
it came
what
from.
I see.
Where did it come from? Inside Mr. O's brain.
You can run, but you cannot hide.
Ah.
Is it a dog?
No, but I can't wait to see what you've got. God. Synchronicity and timing, Gina.
Woo-hoo.
You're going to get a gift this week. I wonder why.
You're
I
so
think
lucky.
I know why.
You're so lucky.
And by the way, you should be getting a package this week from us. So expect that. Special surprise.
See?
Oh, awesome. See that? Look, you're getting gifts, and this is a very positive time. You know what? Just because things are not like moving or you're not doing anything totally productive does not mean that nothing good is going to happen or nothing good will come of this time. I mean, like I said, sometimes these quiet, what did my Hag's Oracle say? In the void, sometimes we need to be in that void, That's where things come from. That's where things sprout from. So not a bad reading, Gina, just interesting.
I think, of course, this has a lot to do with your sense of family, too. The Ace of Sacred Circles. All right.
All right, well, that's what we have for you. Good luck. Good luck with that. Oh, hey, let's see. After Josephine, did you come back? Just going to check if Josephine is back. If so, we'll take her. But we're going to move on to Angel Rivera, if not. And then comes Lena, Divine You, Libra Cusp, and Zeta. Well, I was
No problem.
I was going to keep that gift a total surprise, but since it actually came up in the reading, well, interesting how that happens. My cards won't let me keep a secret. It's true. Hey, Dr. V, I'll add you to the list.
Hi, Dr. Victor.
Good to see you. Well, let's see, Dr. V. I think Josephine is not here. So we're going to move on. So we're on Angel Rivera. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You are the sixth one, Dr. V. Okay, sure. Is it my deck or yours? It's my deck.
Yeah, it's my deck.
We just did Sheena.
Oh.
It's my deck.
Oh, you did? How nice.
Oh.
We talk about him
I wonder
once
if
in a
he
while.
gave me one. I'll have to see. I think about him all the time. I really do. I might have wrote to him once and not got something back, so I was concerned about him, but glad if he's doing okay. That's all that matters. He's got a birthday coming up in July.
Yes. The Leo.
Yes, Mr. Leo. All right. Right. Well, we miss him here on the show. He was always fun. Could be true. Psychology was one of my favorite subjects in college. I minored in development. Was it developmental psychology? No, actually, it might have been abnormal psychology. It was one of those two in college.
So let's see if there is a message from Divine Spirit for Mr.
Yes.
Angel.
Well, the Divine Spirit wants to kick you in the behind. No, it's not true. But I mean, you do have some things here they want to talk to you about. So there's the Ten of Pentacles reversed. Is that reversed?
Yes.
And then we have the,
High Priestess.
yes, reversed. And then the Two of Wands reversed.
Kick in the pants.
Maybe this is a call to pay more attention to families. You know, you talk about a message from Spirit. I'm almost thinking this is a call to pay more attention to ancestral spirits, family spirits. When I see that Ten of Pentacles reversed here, I feel as though and the High Priestess reversed, I feel like they want to connect, but they're not able to. And maybe the message is to try to connect and spend more time, if nothing else, maybe doing something to honor, you know, these ancestors so that they will feel, you know, connected with you.
I feel that's a big part of this, but I'm looking at the Two of Wands reverse there too, and I'm thinking that a part of this message also says that that maybe they feel certain worldly pursuits or ambitions are not really where they feel your power will be at, or where the wisdom you need to have will come from, that may come more from them than actually, you know, what you pursue in the accordance of worldly desires or gains.
Interesting message. You know, and I feel like, well, and that's, and maybe they're also saying in times where there might be struggles, you know, there might be struggles or disappointments, or, you know, where things just seem to be falling through. They're like, hey, You know, we're here. Why aren't you tapping into us and trying to, enlist our help and support? We're here for you.
Well, another thing about the Ten of Pentacles reverse too, I think, is also talking to that idea that less emphasis on materialism is something that they know at a different level than maybe modern man does, modern humans do. But I also feel too that maybe what they're saying too is that the Two of Wands reverse says there's always going to be another chance for you to try to reverse things and to sort of go back towards that ambition of yours, that maybe just now is not necessarily the best time for that.
Yeah, I don't know. For
It's
some
just,
reason
that
I'm
came more as an
feeling
intuition.
this is, yeah, okay. Well,
Oh, I thought you already pulled it.
no, I didn't. I let you go first.
But.
What do you got? Wow.
Why? Why? Coffee? Oh wait, no, it's not. It's not coffee.
Boy, you got a one-track mind.
Fish. Anchor.
Talk about a problem here. See, this is kind of like I feel like something may want to connect with you. You see, the fish can be about abundance and about money, and I could get into that, but as this is a message from Spirit, and if I'm aligning it with what I already told you, Angel, I feel like there's an inability to connect with Spirit. They're trying to send a message to you, but the anchor, there's something blocking it. You know, there's something that's just blocking it right now, blocking the flow.
Well, I can only say that it probably pertains to what I said too, that they feel there's a balance you need to have more of in terms of understanding what material ambition actually gains you, that they sort of feel there's a wisdom in really understanding that the world turns differently sometimes for people, and that you're not always on top of it.
It's a weird combination, because also I could look at that in another, more mundane sense and say to you that maybe the message is that, you are fine staying where you are now financially and materially. You're in a good place. You're in a secure place. And don't worry about setbacks and downturns, because, all is as it should be. I mean, because that's a happy ending as opposed to those cards up there. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah. So I look at this twofold, but I really feel for some reason that some spirits from your line are trying to connect with you, and they feel blocked right now. That's just what I'm intuiting out of the cards. So that's what we have for you, Angel Rivera. Interesting reading for you. Hey, Lena, are you still with us? It's your turn. And then after Lena's, Divine You, Libra Cusp, Zaneb, and Dr. V. Ah, okay.
Well,
so you maybe blocked the message. Maybe that's what the anchor's about.
That is fascinating too.
Yeah. All right. So, Lena, you are up.
General reading.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Gotcha, Lena. And that one is the Northern Shadows.
Tarot
Right.
of the Northern Shadows.
And do I have that deck?
You might.
Do I have both of those decks? Gee, maybe I have one of these and not the other.
Well, it's one of the reasons why you have so many more decks than me, because you get all the ones I don't get, and then you also
Generally,
get a
that's
copy of all the ones I
true.
do get.
Because we don't share decks, though, often, that now we're doing this
Share
whole...
decks with an Aries.
Wow. Miss Aries, I think, takes better care of her decks than this Scorpio. Can you say Cat People Tarot? Can you say, what's
It's
that
just
other one?
missing.
Secrets Tarot?
Okay, that one Yes, a whole glass of water or something spilled on it. What's sad. Thanks for buying me one, or I bought my own, didn't I? Yes.
I think you bought that one, but I bought you the cat people.
Yes, and I like that. Thank you. Well, you
I
bought
know.
me the first one, didn't you?
Why didn't I buy myself a cat people? I'm still
Don't
trying
you
to
have
figure
one?
that one out. Anyway,
Okay, so we're doing a general,
yes.
and we have a reversed Three of Discs, or the Three of Pentacles.
Okay.
And then we have the reverse Seven of Cups.
Couldn't hear you. Seven of Cups?
Seven of Cups. And then that's the Devil, 16.
Reversed.
Or I'm sorry, it's the Tower, Destruction.
Oh, the Tower.
So then you have
That's
the
right,
Tower,
because the Devil's
Destruction.
15.
Right, yeah.
Right.
I
Do not
realized.
confuse me, Mr. O.
I corrected myself immediately. Okay, did you want to start?
I'm looking there. What's the first one again? The Three of
Three of
Discs
Coins.
reversed. Okay. So, Lena, to me, the situation here looks as though either you're concerned about, you might be concerned about people misjudging you, whether it's misjudging your motives, misjudging your work, possibly taking things out of context. The Seven of Cups there indicates too that you have to be careful how you respond to something like this. You may have a lot of ways that you could respond to something like this, and I feel like the Seven of Cups reversed is saying, choose wisely your words, your thoughts, and your actions regarding this situation, because it could come back to haunt you. In other words, it's easy if somebody is saying something out of spite, or maybe just, maybe just some unfairness in the workplace. I'm not sure exactly where this is coming from, but I feel like, there's a tendency here you might make the wrong decision in how you respond to this, and it could come back to haunt you. The Tower is basically repeating a negative cycle. So in other words, it may make matters worse and not better.
I think mostly the same thing. I think that reverse Three of Discs is either yourself or possibly others who feel like you are probably going to make a wrong choice. You may realize this yourself, that maybe the choice that's coming to you is one that you can't help but decide perhaps the wrong way. And maybe because of what's at stake in making this choice, maybe it's a choice that just doesn't have really good options any way you look at it. But the result of that would be that either you fear that this will happen, which is that it is the wrong choice, and it's a choice that will be hard for you to totally understand what you could have done better, because mostly what I see is that it was probably some situation you should have just tried not to be involved in. It may have been a situation where, and I wonder if it could have been, your work or career related. I'm not totally sure, but
yeah, I mean, it leans that way, but I'm not totally convinced,
Yeah.
because some of these cards you can read in a more general sense, like that Three of Pentacles. So I'm not sure.
So this may be coming to the idea that either someone will make you feel you're making the wrong choice, or you yourself will feel that way. And it could be that the stakes are pretty high, so you have to really watch this.
Am I first or you?
You're first.
Oh, interesting. Oh,
Fish again?
yep. The fish are
again.
here, and so is the star. So I think,
This is very interesting.
well, it is very interesting. I feel like hope is going to return. Let the situation, this situation is just something that you're going to have to go through. But rest assured, unless you're going to repeat some negative cycle, it looks as though that hope is returning, that positivity is coming back and flowing. Hi, Sonny. Is flowing
Talk about
towards you.
startling.
And and possibly even better financial conditions. It could be about money, because the fish definitely is about money, business. So if it is about work-related thing, it looks like it will work itself out. So don't sweat it too much. And what that means to me is don't make a bad situation worse, Don't feed it. Don't feed the troll, like they say online. Don't feed people who are just looking for reasons to take things out on you. Just say you're not playing that game.
The Lenormand tiles kind of reverse some of the feeling of the other card. So it does sort of feel like, despite the fact that maybe you might be pressured or somebody might influence a decision or a path that's different, that somehow I still feel like something will turn around, like Banshee said, and that maybe it ends up being better for you than you thought. That just somehow it does turn around, and or because it really leads to an avenue of some better choices in general. Like maybe making the one wrong choice gets you on somebody's radar who is determined that they want to help you, or some energy or situation that can help you turn that around. Because I think that's what we're talking about, is a situation that turns around and ends up being better, that you salvage some good out of it.
And I want to thank the Sun Man for letting me go through half of the program with shuffling space, which is now gone.
Yay, kitty.
So that's what we have for you, Lena. It's very interesting. The smacks of a disagreement or a quarrel or argument of some sort, but it's hard for me to say. But I think ultimately things are going to turn out all right for you, generally in this period up and coming.
The Lenormand seemed to say that.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Alrighty.
Toss those in the bag, and I'll take those. Those are your cards. You'll take those cards. All right, so now we have Divine You. Hey, Divine You, you are up. And then we have...
You're welcome, Lena.
Libra Cusp, Zaneb, and Dr. B.
Yeah.
Oh, is it my cards? Oops.
No, those are... Yeah, it will be.
It will be. Okay. Sunny's playing with pens. Come on, get it. Get that pen. You silly. All right, we'll go back to this one. Yes? You like those cards? Will that work? Okay. All right, so calling again for Divine You. Oh my goodness, was Sonny Pesty on my show?
Yes.
He had to do a lot of diversionary tactics.
Hi there, Divine.
There you are. Okay, Divine you are up. Yep, Lena's done.
Yep. My little friend there. So sweet.
There's an interesting deck that there's 3 days left to support it on Kickstarter called the Literary Tarot, and I'm not sure. I really find the artwork on some of the cards very interesting. I don't know if I'm going to support that one or not. I've already supported a couple of Kickstarter decks this time around, and so I've got my irons in the fire a bit. A very whimsical deck called the Gnome. I think it's called the Magic Gnome or Mystical Gnome Tarot, something like that. Magical Gnome Tarot. And then it's really kind of silly. And then another one that just intrigued me because it's using all social media and technology kind of symbols for the tarot cards. And it's really fascinating how they did it and how they aligned certain things with certain cards. And so I just had to do it. I can't remember the exact name of that one, but it just definitely looked like something worthy to support because it was so different.
Okay, so you're sort of asking maybe more specifically about him, his character motivations, possible reasons why he's doing things, or
Right, you
how
want
he
to know
sees
if
things.
his motivations are genuine towards you? Is that where we're headed now,
Sounds
Divine
like
You?
it, right? That there's nothing he's, not being honest about, or
I guess we need to know if he's really being upfront with you about stuff. Yeah. Let's see what we get.
okay.
One more. One more. How about this one? Wait a minute. How about Mama T's pen? Here. Oh, that's got your attention. Look at you. Show off. Oh, don't you eat my pen. Stay there. Stay there for just a minute. I got it. Yeah. I see some stuff here, Divine. We got the Five of Cups upright. We got the Four of Swords upright. Follow that with another one, an Eight of Swords upright. Interesting spread here for this question. I sense that Alex is just, he has some regrets, whether it's about this business or about his past relationship, about what he's going through, maybe with, his ex or, other circumstances. He's looking down at these losses, and he's feeling a bit insecure right now. I really feel that. And the Four of Swords says he really does need to step back from things, and kind of give himself time to heal. Whereas the Eight of Swords is saying, but yet he's just feeling very, very trapped right now by circumstances. But here's the thing. He may be the one who's trapping himself. He's maybe drawing those swords a little bit tighter around him. Maybe not making the appropriate decisions he needs to make. I feel there's just a lot of uncertainty and a lot of anxiety between all of these cards, except that Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is a card of peace. But I feel like with that in the middle of those two cards, that's noteworthy.
Well, I kind of agree with Banshee for the most part, but the Four of Swords is where I'm going to slightly differ, because Banshee says maybe Alex feels the need to step back, but I'm wondering if maybe he's just stepping back because it's an avoidance thing, like he wants to sort of withdraw and avoid it. Maybe because the regrets are too hard, or dealing with the memory or the issues of the past. Or maybe because he doesn't really feel confident about being out in the open. So this could be saying that he is holding back some things. Maybe they're not scandals or secrets, but there are things that he has a hard time articulating or acknowledging are him. It's like shadow issues or whatever you want to call that. It's like things that maybe make him feel more conflicted about himself and or you or your relationship or other things. But I sort of feel that there's something psychological pain.
Sit down. There's a flame here. I don't want
security,
your tail to burn up.
not wanting to be totally admitting some things.
Cat tail on fire. I can see it now.
We don't want that.
So at any rate, no, I like what he said there. In a way, Divine You, when I look at that Five of Cups, too, are those 2 cups things that he is concealing or hiding? And that Eight of Swords is just, I see what you're saying. I get this. So let's do the Lenormand on this, and then I think we're going to do a yes-no for you.
And again, I don't know that this is purposeful, horrible secrets or scandals that are being hidden, but there may be things that Alex is reluctant to talk about for some other reason. Maybe it's more about, a psychological weakness inside of himself.
Zenab, there's, after Divine You, there's one more person in front of you, and then you're next, and then Dr. V.
Okay, I have the tree, and you have clouds.
Yeah, and I have the dark
tree.
clouds facing the tree. And it makes me wonder here, I don't know if it's a health issue or a mental health issue, but there is something here that he is not facing. There's confusion, there's concern, there's worry. This may have to do with the fact that, yeah, he is under a lot of stress right now, and it is taking a toll on him. So when I think about it, the clouds are about stress, they're about confusion, they're about, not seeing clearly, and the tree is about health. So I'm thinking emotional, mental health could be kind of wavering right now.
Well, I also find the tree to also be maybe about growth in general, and or possibly the idea of the tree of humanity, so the family by extension. So I don't know that that's what's cloudy, though, the family stuff. But maybe
true too.
Maybe some of his views about where he's going, he maybe is sort of feeling some doubts, and I honestly don't feel it's because of you.
No, this could relate to his previous family situation.
I think it relates to his other situations, and that maybe some of this expresses as a doubt about where he feels growing with you. Like maybe he feels that it's not going to be easy to grow with you, and some of that may be because he just needs to get some things off his chest. He may need some form of counseling or therapy.
Hand the Lenormand back and give me the cards. We're going to do a quick yes-no to just ask again, is Alex being upfront? Has he told you everything, Is everything he told you been upfront, I guess? Let's see.
Yeah, it sounds horribly stressful. We wish him well, and both of you.
You go.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Divine.
I can't.
So we asked, is he actually being upfront?
Wow. It's leaning towards. There are 3 aces here, so it seems like he is being upfront. As far as what he said about particular situations.
He feels he's being honest.
He feels he's being honest.
Yeah.
You know, but he obviously may not be telling you everything, in my mind, of, you know, of what's going on inside of him. I feel like there may be, you know, based on the other cards, a lot of this is internal struggling that's going on.
Bottom of deck.
Oh, bottom of deck?
Obi had a thought.
Well, you can run with that.
Okay.
Again, I feel it's emotional mental health struggles right now. I feel as though maybe more on the emotional side.
I suggested that she pull the bottom of the deck card, and that was the reverse Knight of Cups. And so the Knight of Cups is talking about the coming or going of a matter that probably is emotionally harmful or hurtful.
Emotionally hard.
Yeah,
emotionally hard on him.
And so I guess this is saying that maybe there's something else. I mean, just as a speculation, maybe there's something about one of the children from the other marriage that maybe there's a point of intersectionality where some concerns are present with him. It's sort of what I feel, but I don't know that it's really true. It just comes to mind.
That's fine. Hey, that's what we have for you. Interesting situation.
Yeah.
I almost feel like of the mundane matters, you know, like the business and some other things, he's being upfront, but there's something that's weighing heavily internally, and maybe that's not being shared, you know? I'm just thinking that. But anyway,
We will have to go there again, maybe.
we may have to go there again.
All right.
Well, keep an
Libra.
eye on things, you know. Seems to be a very interesting time. And by all means, then maybe take things slow, you know, right now, and just be careful. Hey, Libra Cusp, you are up, and then Zaneb and Dr. V. And there you are. We're going to try that again, huh? Well, I don't have a deer and a Lenormand, so we're just going to see what the tarot has to say.
Okay.
And, of course, the Lenormand. I mean, tiles, anyway. Aw, mama deer and baby deer. It just sounds like gentleness and serenity to me, and peace. Just on the surface.
Love and compassion.
Deer are very gentle creatures. Wow.
We have some deer.
I don't know. Deer in headlights, maybe. There's the Eight of Swords upright.
The Eight of Swords upright.
There's the Three of Cups reversed. And the World upright.
With some deer in the picture. So I'm going to go first if you don't
I'm going to
mind.
let you go first.
I feel that the combination of the Eight of Swords upright and the Three of Cups reverse says that maybe you feel or will feel, or that circumstances make you feel, you are being held from your happiness, or that something holds you from your happiness. But the sense that maybe it's you yourself, because they're really not tightly bound, although, you know, in some images it may look more that way. So maybe that you feel there are things that are holding you back about being happier, and maybe that is more about romantic happiness. Is the World the answer to that? that maybe there's a certain level of perfection that you're waiting for that is all that you need to have, or is it that you feel that that is what your happiness is finding that whole world of perfection, and you can't see yourself moving towards that until it really does manifest more in your life, until you actually see it in your life. Maybe you're not able to see it, if that makes sense. I'm done.
Oh no, I'm just thinking I need to clean my ceiling. No, but I do. But it's interesting the deer showed up in that picture too, and they're so prominent there by that tree. But I would say that, you know, it's funny. Is there something there? Oh no. It's funny because I'm looking at that Eight of Swords a little differently here for some reason, and maybe it's because of the Three of Cups reversed. Right now, maybe the deer are saying to you, you know, that, you know, you're being held back. Maybe if you feel like your success is being held back by others right now, you do need to kind of pull yourself back. Pull yourself back from others and regain your, you know, your self-esteem, your what do you call it, self-empowerment. Sometimes, you know, people go out and, you know, want the world to validate them, you know. And I feel with the Three of Cups there's no validation right now from others. So you need to find that within yourself, you know. And I'm kind of feeling that way with the Eight of Swords for some reason, seeing it there. So I'm a little off on yours, but, you know.
Well, it's not bad. It's a good.
No.
It's a good point too.
Is it my turn first?
Yeah.
I want to see what else I get here. Why am I picking this one all the time?
I don't know why.
Wow, and look at that. So it's like
Fish and dog.
well, and so this is really ironic because it almost seems like, you know, there's a lot of people around you right now. You know, maybe a lot of people wanting to get a piece of you. That's, you know, the flow, the dog. And, you know, maybe you feel, well, like a good friend or whatever, you should be there for people. But I feel like there's not a lot that you are gaining from this right now. And the deer is saying, you know, maybe the deer is trying to tell you, pull back a little bit. Find that empowerment, that serenity, that peace within yourself. Don't expect it from others right now. People want you for various reasons right now that may not be necessarily good for you. I know generally those Lenormands are good, but just in context of what I see in the reading here, that's why I'm saying that.
So if this does pertain more to your new job, your work world, your career of sorts, the fish is a good sign for that. And maybe the dog is saying that somebody there is your loyal friend there, or is a good friend there, and that person maybe will help you understand some of these other issues more.
Well, and here's another way. When you said that, suddenly it came to me that I could also look at it this way, Libra. It's like that Three of Cups reversed. So if you don't allow others to hold you back, you know, don't allow the opinions of others or the pettiness, bickering of others to hold you back, you know, that Eight of Swords there. Success can be yours if you don't allow that to happen, because there could be money, there could be something to be said if you stay true to yourself despite other people who are trying to bring you down.
Yes, I think
that's another way to look at it.
I think maybe the deer crossing is just saying trust yourself, because you are moving in the path. This is about flow to me. That's about flow.
So that's what we have for you.
All
Good
right.
luck with that.
And thanks for the nice compliments out there. Thank you, guys.
Aww. Hey, Divine You, can we do that at the end of the show? We could do that for you, but let's do it at the end of the show.
We'll get through our
I'm going to get
next
to
two
the other
readings.
readings.
So,
we have Zeneb, who's been waiting, and then Dr. V.
Victor. And I need my deck back.
Maybe give it to you.
You will.
I don't burn my arm in the process. Hey,
You're welcome.
Libra. Yeah, okay, Zainab, go ahead with your question. Did you give us a question already? Because I'm not
I don't
sure.
remember.
Oh, wait, was it about Usman?
Yeah. We could find that again.
Yeah, Usman marry me, or Sabina. Okay, that's right.
Okay, so you want to do the 2? Or do you want to do...
Let's do the 2. Let's see what we get there. And we may do a yes/no after that. Your
Okay.
cards, I think, right? No, mine.
No, I just used mine.
Mine.
Yeah, we'll do that divine too. Thank you.
All right, let's do that.
Excuse me.
We're going to see what Usman thinks of either of you right now. And then we will do maybe a yes/no to see what's up.
A final clarification.
Yeah. So cute. The sunny cat. There you go. And it's sunny outside. Maybe we will avoid the storms completely. I can always hope. We've been sure lucky with this one. All right. So 1, 1, 1, 1. So the first reading is going to be about what Usman thinks of you, Zainab, and then the second one will be what they think of Sabina. Right here we have the 8 of Pentacles reversed and Justice reversed. And then Sabina, we have the 3 of Cups upright. And the King of Wands reversed. Well, I don't know. When I look at that, I get the feeling that Usman just feels like he doesn't want to put in the effort towards a relationship with you, or something he feels is not working out right. And I'm not sure if he feels there's some kind of imbalance here, an imbalance of power or an imbalance in compatibility. I'm not exactly sure. What do you think with that first?
Well, I think that between those 2 cards that it may be attitudes between either of you, but mostly from his side, because we're looking at them, are mostly just not fair. Like, he doesn't look at you fairly, perhaps, in some ways.
I don't think he's giving you a fair chance.
Right, and it may be that he has a bigger expectation on you than is appropriate, because maybe he feels you're capable of more, but what he thinks that is something that is not actually reasonably true, or true from your point of view. So he's being unfair in his judgment of you in terms maybe of your viability with him. You know, how able you are to be his friend or more.
He just seems to be, so I take it, maybe, are you maybe not in contact with Usman? Because I feel like there's little effort being put out there right now. That's just my feeling about it. On the other side with Sabina, there is this sense of a party or celebration. And gosh, I don't want to say a marriage, but I mean, it's possible. I do feel like there's more of a celebratory or positive spirit he has towards Sabina, but there's something, Sabina does not necessarily bring out the best in him.
Or somebody is not being sincere about what the goals or the motives really are. So I sort of feel like maybe there's a surface appearance of celebratoriness and or good feelings, but I sort of feel that somebody, and maybe it could be Usman, isn't being sincere. So of course I wonder, of course, if this is something that maybe the marriage is based more on other things than actual true love and feeling, that it might be based on other factors, or that other people are involved in some of that decision, influencing it, if not more.
The Three of Cups is an interesting card there, I will say, because I wonder too if he does pick Sabina, if he's going to be totally faithful. Because the Three of Cups can often indicate fooling around, somebody who has another partner on the side.
Well, when you combine it with the King of Wands.
I know.
Which is kind of an untrustworthy situation.
Right, I know. So, he just seems like he has a lot of issues here with either, in either case.
Yeah, it may seem like maybe he's not really ready to go that far yet.
To settle down yet?
Like maybe it's not really that question that he would marry either of you right now or in some reasonable amount of time.
But I will say that the Three of Cups also has a little bit of a marriage component about it. So we'll do a yes/no in a minute. Let's do the Lenormand on this. That's the garden?
The garden.
Hey, lay down. And then there's the bear. He's getting a lot of mileage, I feel, out of playing the field right now. He's feeling his power right now, thinking everybody wants me, I don't know why, but the garden is a card of socialness, but also the garden again, because this is a card of celebration too. It almost falls in line with that Three of Cups kind of nicely, in that, again, this could show somebody playing the field, having more than one partner. This could be also somebody who is possibly getting married or going to a wedding or a celebration.
Well, to me, that bear card sort of says, may the best person win.
Ooh.
The person who is willing to fight or be the strongest of character, or whatever that metaphor is most important. But I'm sort of feeling like this is something like that if it's appropriate, that you can make some sort of affirmation or notice to him that you are interested in him. It really looks like it's more about proving that intent to some degree, and that maybe up until now he's not really seeing that there, that maybe he's seeing different things there. So some of that could be based on the fact that you are not in contact, and that therefore he has no meaningful conversations or dialogue to understand the situation better.
Do we want to do a quick yes/no?
Yes, I think we should.
We have time. We have 2 more readings, so we're good. So I think I'm going to ask if he's going to marry you.
I see,
Let's
yeah.
ask that.
We're going to ask this as a yes or no question.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Aww.
He likes this arrangement. Look at all that room he has.
That's
He's
because
actually
I have
even
the other
giving
table
me
over here.
space. Well, the cards are harder for me to point at and stuff or point out, but I can see them there, so it's all right. It's okay.
Hey boy.
All right, let's see what we have.
Count them off. Do you want me to?
Okay. Interesting that came up right here.
Yeah, I know.
Well, it's saying it's that he is now likely to marry you, according to this. But before, remember, this is only a snapshot in time. This is where things stand right now. So the Six of Cups reversed is the first card we've got. And then we got the Eight of Pentacles again, but this time it is upright. And that's followed by the Seven of Pentacles, which is an interesting card in this deck. It's showing some expectation of birth there, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how you want to address that. Do you want to go first or you want me?
Well, it says it's leaning towards no, and it's very much leaning towards no. It may be that, as you mentioned, in a way, some of these are things about the past, hang-ups, as they would say, you know, bad feelings or bad memories that are connected to the past. And once again, there's this idea that maybe an expectation of something that is or is not necessarily realistic. And so it's not clear to me that that was expected by you from him or vice versa, but one way or the other that works. And maybe the idea was, of course, that you weren't really sure exactly what you were going to be doing here. There was sort of a sense that some work was being done, but it was sort of like moved to a phase of semi-indifference or just not exactly full attention on what you were trying to create or what you were trying to do.
Well, I'm looking at that Six of Cups reversed and thinking he wants to move on from past situations. To me, that he, or some situations that have some connections to the past that he doesn't feel very good about or secure about. It just leaves him feeling like he's more motivated to work on he is working towards something, because that Eight of Pentacles is up right now. And to me, he's looking to start something new, to grow something new. You know, a new baby is like indicated in this card, but it's often about crops and growing them and looking down at them and waiting to see what's going to happen. I feel as though there's a wait and see. He's trying to grow something else, and he's been working on it, and now he's waiting to see if there's going to be a positive result. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. So
It may be this Sabina.
I have a feeling it's a Sabina, but nothing is set in stone that it's going to work out necessarily, but that is kind of where he is at right now, according to, you know, what we're seeing in the cards.
Okay, so
Wish I had better news for you, but we
and
have
you're
to
welcome.
leave it at that.
So, Aaliyah, I'm not sure if we can do you
We might
today.
be able to.
We're going to try. We have two more. So, Dr. Victor, yes, it is your turn. And I see your question is still there, Dr. Victor.
Oh, I didn't see it. Oh, there it is.
Will the
Got
Libra wife have her visa approved and how soon?
it. Okay.
Okay, so that's back to me again, right?
Yes.
All right, so I'm going to use it.
And this was to Canada, right? And I think Canada is kind of relaxing some of their restrictions, but I'm not sure how far it goes yet. I know, because see, we're on the border with Canada, you know, the Detroit area is, and I know that some permanent residents now can move back and forth with a little bit more ease, but I'm not sure, you know, about other travel to Canada. So let's see what's going on.
Right, every country may have its own protocol to adhere to, or situation of waiting, or proof of vaccinations, etc. Do you want to do that as a yes or no then?
Yeah, I do. Well, it is how soon too, but let's see. Let's see what the yes no says first.
Sure.
All right.
You do?
No. Oh, I was supposed to, wasn't I?
Doesn't matter.
But I made you, so I could count them. I just wanted to say, I think I saw every 8 in this pile. It's kind of interesting. There was the other one. It's leaning towards no, but this doesn't look very bad, so I wonder how strong a no this is, Dr.
So we're going to
V.
say like it's 50-50-ish maybe?
Yeah, maybe we will have to throw some more cards. You've got the 6 of Wands up right here, and if that isn't a card of movement, I don't know what is.
Right, it is a strong sign of accomplishment.
Somebody doing a victory dance there, literally. You had the Ace of Cups upright, which is how it's leaning towards no. But then you have the Queen of Coins upright. I don't know. Is there a prospect that something may keep her from going to Canada? That maybe some other kind of financial positive situation may come up that may keep her from going there? I mean, I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there. I'm sure that's not quite the answer. What I think it means is that, she's financially prepared to go and everything seems to be in place. But it's leaning towards no.
It's leaning towards no. I'm just wondering if
think
maybe
it's a delay.
in the waiting it is either a delay or if it just sort of indicates that somehow a different opportunity comes up or a collateral one.
Odd, because it just doesn't look that unhappy.
And we
So
don't get a lot of information other than that.
let's throw the Lenormand on this one first before we do anything else. Yeah. See, it's just figures.
Star.
Well, keep hope alive.
So you got
There
the mountain.
is,
and the
there's
star.
the stars, but and there is hope, but there is obstacles. So again, I really think that maybe it's talking about it's still not going to happen real soon.
Most likely it seems like there are still some conditions that just you have to work through.
Yeah. So I can't give you a when at this point. I think it's still a little ways off, though, myself.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's probably 3 to 6 months for sure.
I know that's not probably what you want to hear. So hopefully maybe by, before fall or by fall. I mean, other than that, I could think maybe the winter, but I don't think you're going to hear this anytime soon.
Oh, well, we appreciate you doing that. Yeah, we're nearly done. Thanks, Apple
Well,
and Eve.
thanks, Apple and Eve, and thanks for your comments on our shows. Appreciate it.
Alrighty. So then,
All right, so Dr. V, that's what we have for you. I think we are going to leave it at that and just check
Yeah,
in
maybe,
again on
you
that
should
in
check in
another
again with
week or
us.
two, and let's see if conditions have changed. Because, that was one of the most positive, leaning towards no's I've seen. So I really feel there's still some delay and some red tape involved here. All right, let's see.
we were going to do Divine's
Yeah, we're going to do
yes or
Divine.
no.
We're going to do a quick yes, no for you, and then
Aaliyah.
So what was Divine's question? Do you have it?
It was whether or not her son was going to get the job.
Oh, will he get a job?
Had the interview on Friday,
got
will he
it.
get a job?
We're doing it right now. Your cards.
We're going to do that, Divine.
Mine.
Okay, we can do yours if you want.
Ugh. Aw.
So So what's going to be for dinner tonight?
I don't know. Oh, I have Thai leftovers, depending on how much you left.
I don't have any leftovers.
Thai leftovers.
Yeah, we went to a really delightful Thai restaurant near us.
We got a carry out. We
got a carry out. Coastal Thai.
They're so awesome.
They are.
I feel like when I get their pineapple fried rice, I get a little of everything. I have a little of my chicken protein. I have some nuts, some cashews. I have some vegetables in there. And I have some pineapple. Some fruit. Sounds like a well-rounded meal to me.
You cut them, didn't you?
I did. Well, you can just correct me on that. And you did.
Well, I just realized, like, what happened there? What happened?
End of the day silliness. That's what happened. Look at him. So I want to grab those cards.
Oh, son, man. Oh, son, man. Yes, I had, she had pineapple fried rice. I had pad thai with chicken, and I love all those bean sprouts and noodles. Ooh.
So, your son had the interview already, right?
Friday.
Let me ask, how did he feel about it? Did he feel like it went really well? Or not? I don't want to say anything till I hear that answer.
Tell us, Divine.
Take care, my sweet Christina.
Thank you. You too.
All right, well, I'm just going to get the cards ready in order for you.
Yes.
Well, Divine, what did he think of the interview? Oh, well, that's too bad. Okay, here. We have the Ace of Swords upright. He went short and he was disappointed. We have the Ace of Pentacles upright. And we have the Ace of Wands upright.
So that always is pretty positive.
If he does not get this job, he's not going to be unemployed for long. Something is going to happen, because that's a definite yes for this job. But considering the technical issues and the fact that they didn't call to reschedule it, that's a little concerning. So, if he does not get that, this is a positive indication to me he's going to get something pretty soon.
Yeah, it really, the three aces are the ultimate expression of yes.
Yeah.
So it generally means, wow, this is very positive. So I would have to agree with Banshee that if it's not this one, it's something else. And maybe it's something like a side offer. Like maybe sometimes this happens. They decide that maybe you're more qualified for a different job that they didn't interview you for. But who knows?
I'll let you go first. I think that, he's got a bright future here. That's a real positive reading we have. Oh.
I'm sure he was well repaired.
Interesting.
Okay. We had these the other day, only they were reversed. The house was first and the tower was second.
He is going to find something, some job or position, whether it's this one or another one, that he's just going to feel right at home at. It's going to feel like, wow, I've landed in a place I need to be, that I feel secure, comfortable, that maybe I could grow into for a while.
I would just say that this talks to the fact that he's really, like you said, well prepared. He's fresh, and he really will have a way of making himself feel like he is a part of wherever he goes. He just will integrate well into work situations. He's a team player, or he will mesh well enough with a team player that they will like him. He just seems like he's solid material for any organization, and they should be happy to get him, or happy to get him and groom him for better.
And I don't know what he's going into here, but I would say that that could also indicate that maybe he could work from home. I mean, the possibility exists that there's a work from home element to wherever he winds up.
So you definitely will have to let us know, because
Yeah.
we're saying this looks so positive that we expect you to tell us he heard about it. Unlike, the months of, we can't tell you what's going on with your job.
Right,
the
right.
cards just won't
I
tell us.
remember that.
But this is pretty positive here. This sort of acts like he's getting something soon.
Yeah.
So good luck.
Hey, good luck with that, Divine You. Keep us posted. And Aaliyah, what do you got for us? Good to see you.
Yes, Aaliyah, so we will do your question.
It's 4 o'clock right now. We would be, hey, do you want to put up our little promo again?
Yeah, let's do that again for you.
We will be doing something new starting in July. It is the TFT Happy Hour, where we'll do 1 hour live, where you'll get a 1-card draw with a message from Spirit that will make you happy. That will give you some hope, that will give you some encouragement, that will give you some positive directions to take if you're confused in life. So look for that in July. We're going to do pop-up live streams each week, one a week, and try to figure out a good time slot for this. So we're going to be bouncing it around a little. So stay tuned, and if you are subscribed, you'll get notification when we go live.
Divine, I think you mentioned it before that it was your company, so that sort of adds more weight to the idea about those 2 tiles there, the home tile, the house tile, and the tower, because it's still like keeping it in the family if he works there.
Ah, yeah.
So very interesting. So I have your question, Aaliyah. You are welcome, Divine. The summer class. Okay.
Well, you'll have to come to our happy hour show. We'll give you all kinds of positive. Let's hope the cards are positive today. Of course, today's reading just gives you the nitty-gritty what's going to happen. Now, you're not sweating your classes again, are you? You did fine the last time, didn't you?
Apple and Eve. Yes, it is fun.
I like the graphic I chose and worked with. That made it a lot of fun for me.
Earlier, the whole gestalt, or the whole history rather, of this was that a little while ago, after I had been doing the Goth Tarot, I said, I need to do like the alternative, like something that's not goth, something that's, and so in my mind it was the Angel Hour.
But at the same time,
But
we
she
were
ran
also
with it.
thinking we needed to do another live program.
Yeah.
So we wanted to make it a live program, and we were just letting it vegetate a while and trying to figure out how to do it, and it turned into the happy hour.
Oh, thanks, Divine. I hope everything works out for you. But we will not send you a bill.
Yep, we will not.
All right, so we're going to count these off, right?
You are? Well, thank you, Apple and Eve. Appreciate that.
Okay.
Well, now it's leaning towards some struggles. It's leaning towards no, but I think that should just keep you on your toes here a little bit. It's showing that you have a lot of self-doubts and anxieties. Well, I want to show the cards.
Yes. Okay, so there was the Judgment card reversed. There was the Star reversed, and both of those have those aspects of feeling hopeless hopeless or feeling like judgments are against you.
You're
which would
worried
apply.
about that. You're worried about that.
And then you did have the Ace of Wands.
So, that is not to say it's going to definitely happen. But what I think you have to do is, okay, so now you're worried about how people are going to be judging you and your work. You know that you have a lot of self-doubt and anxiety. So what can change that? I mean, obviously, put in some extra effort. Put in some extra study. Don't sweat it. Don't spend... and don't over exert yourself. In other words, make sure you're getting the rest you need. Make sure you're keeping your body sound during this time.
No, we're not saying you're going to fail.
No, because it's leaning towards no. It is not a definite no. So what it's saying is I think what it's saying here is that you work sometimes against your best interests by worrying so much when all you need to do is put in a little bit of extra work and also make sure that you don't let your anxieties get you to the point where it's affecting you physically and mentally. Because if your mind is clouded with doubts and fears, you're not focusing on the work at hand. So try to just focus more on the work and do some meditation. Or I mentioned this to somebody else's reading earlier today. Do some things that calm the mind down. Take some downtime for yourself. Take some hot baths or, some long showers and just kind of relax yourself, especially maybe, after a grueling time of study.
I think that with these two cards, Judgment and Star reversed, the anxiety is kind of caused by you're not being able to feel more positive about it. And that's not really any fault of your own, but it really doesn't say really that this is what causes, your particular problem. It's really maybe more about you learning to relax and also have trust. The star is also like a star of destiny. And so a lot of that is just trusting that it is going to work out.
So you have to trust yourself more, and I think that you can turn that around easily enough. Don't give up on this. Sorry.
Oh. Well, you can always run away to the Navy, right? The anchor and the whip. No, but I think the anchor is saying that you really are in a place where you should stay, you feel you need to stay there. So what happens will happen swiftly, and it may be that you're not really ready to understand that, but I still don't feel there's something that ultimately says bad. It's just really maybe, do you want to jump in? Because I don't
There's
quite have the
nothing really
connection.
negative that's saying to me that you are really going to fail, Aaliyah. There's nothing here that says that. But I think what the anchor and the whip is saying is that, now is the time to shake things up if you feel there's a problem. Now is the time to get a move on, hit the books more, really, really focus if you think there's a problem, and if you are worried, now is the time to shake things up.
So the anchor could be saying that you're complacent, or there's a tendency to be complacent, but the whip is saying, therefore, you need to really shake it up a little bit and not be that complacent. So challenge yourself a little bit and have a better attitude, have a more star-like attitude.
Yeah, have a more, well, you know what? Have a more I've got this attitude, I guess, is what I want to say. Because ultimately, I really think you do, but I think you're struggling mentally with trusting yourself, and that's the problem. I mean, I'm not just saying this because you're asking the question, am I going to fail? I'm not just saying it for that reason. I'm really looking at that Judgment card and Star in combination here and saying it seems like the problem's in your own self-doubts. So hang in there. Just keep working at it. And don't sweat the outcome because it's not here yet. And you have time to turn that around. All right? That's what we have for you. And feel free to check back with us and see if, things have changed. Remember, the tarot is only a snapshot in time right now. So maybe just picking up your anxieties right now, which is why it's leaning it towards no.
That could very well be.
Yeah. So we're going to leave it at that, Aaliyah, and good luck with your studies. I think you're going to do fine. I really do. We have been down this road before, haven't we? Hey. All right, so that's it for the readings today. Thanks, everybody, for stopping in. It's been a great day. Good to see you, Gina. I hope you had a great trip. I'm sure it sounds like you did. I'm kind of jealous. I need to get myself out on a nature path. Maybe when the sun is just a little less intense.
Yeah.
Find a nice cloudy day.
We could scoop up our granddaughter and go for a walk at the Metro Park.
Yeah.
Lots of shady areas we could find, maybe.
Yeah. So enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and we'll see you hopefully next Thursday or next Sunday, same time, same place. Take care, everybody, and have a good day.
Bye now.
Bye-bye.